All right, YouTube, once again, it's Kennard, Vernon, Stewart here for the podcast. We're talking Auburn football. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. Now, the Auburn fan base has a lot to be excited about, especially going into this spring football practice for the Tigers as Auburn gets prepared for the A-Day game and their first appearance on the football field in an organized fashion since the 31-24 loss to Minnesota. A couple of things that Auburn football fans need to look at. Number one, this will probably be one of the first in a long time spring games where Auburn will have a lot of players intact, because you talk about the fact that Auburn will have Shaun Shivers on hand. Usually, per Shaun Shivers' commitment, he usually participates in track during this time, but to have him to be able to practice for a full-term spring football, that says a lot for the Tigers this particular fall. As another thing, we're going to do a more full-fledged video as we approach spring practice. The Auburn football team, because of the onslaught of early enrollees, will be able to pretty much project or forecast what a lot of the early enrollees will be able to do. Enrollees will be able to do for this particular football team this year. The coaching staff has a lot better way to gauge projected depth charts. Of course, you got a lot of talent coming into the fall as well. And because of this particular recruiting class, it seems like Auburn is just a lot more secure going into this particular spring practice, because all the guys are intact. All the guys have signed their letters of intent and will be ready to roll once spring practice starts. Auburn also has an onslaught of talent. When you look at the skill position, we talked about this last year, but it's even more apparent this particular year, because you are starting to get, like we talked about before, the overlapping talent between the 2018-19 and now the 2020 recruiting class, especially at the wide receiver position, and now starting to develop some things on the offensive side of the football field with the offensive linemen, and, of course, some very talented receivers that will be able to really assist Bo Nix in possibly having a very, very good football season for the Auburn Tigers this particular year. And I think the Auburn recruiting coordinators and all of the guys that had something to do with these past few recruiting classes have done a very good job, especially when you talk about the middle tier of the four-star recruits, those 92s, 95s, overall percent type players. Really good job for the Auburn Tigers. So if you want to see, I think Auburn would definitely have a very, very action-packed A-Day game. You'll start to see a lot of talent on the football field for the Auburn Tigers, and definitely a lot to look forward to for these Tigers moving forward. As always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger. Go ahead and click the bell, subscribe to the channel. This is Kennard Vernon Stewart here with Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.